Hello, snakes. My name is Dante, and today it's Podcast Tuesday once again. And yeah, and we have new Jumpstart spoilers. I mean, M21 is not out yet, but I mean, why not review Jumpstart instead? It's what's really popular now. This is what the spoilers are all about, and it's Jumpstart, the hidden theme boosters. The It's like these boosters, they always have a theme, but you never know what it is until you open it. And yeah, and it has some random themes and stuff. Really cool. And guess what? It's 20 cards per booster instead of the normal 15. So yeah, I suspect that due to it having 20 cards instead of 15, it's just going to be much more expensive than just normal boosters. I mean they're not master set. They have 20 cards just like the Commander Legends and the upcoming, like, this is like literally it's going to be the first set to have 20 cards in each booster, I think. Then there's going to be Commander Legends and Double Masters, which each will have 20 cards instead of 15, and yeah. And they have random chances of actually having a bonus rare inside as well. But yeah, this time we're just going to be reviewing all the Jumpstart card, not all the Jumpstart cards, taking all the cards from the Jumpstart set and review the 20 coolest ones. And for some reason, they did not make snakes a theme, which is quite upsetting, I guess. But yeah, I wanted snakes to be a thing. Let's just go into our number 20 coolest card. And we have First for Knowledge. 3 mana instant. Draw 3, then discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact. This is similar to this is very similar to cards like compulsive research and yeah, this is like similar because instead of like having to discard a land, you have to discard an artifact. It's also it's like combination between the Wrenchmind and compulsive research, but the thing is that you have to do it yourself and you can't target someone else. Yeah, it's just, but it's still cool. Don't worry, it's still a really good card. And yeah, this is our number 20 coolest card in there. And yeah, if you have it in a blue deck that uses graveyard or discard or artifacts abundance, use it. It's so good. Just because you may not get good of a card advantage of this card doesn't mean it's worse than Divination or Jace's Triumph or stuff. It's still really great. So yeah, if you have it, then try run it. It's good. Let's just go into our number 19. And we have Hedron Archive, a Commander classic. And yeah, what's really cool about the thing is that in this set there's no Mind Stone, as I've seen, which is quite weird. Thought there'd be the full like set because it's like the Mind Stone, which is a 2 mana artifact that taps for 1 mana or 1 mana tap and sacrifice it to draw a card. Then Hedron Archive is just double that, and then there is also the Dreamstone Hedron, which is triple the Mind Stone. What I'm just quite curious is that in Jumpstart they haven't made a double Hedron Archive. That would have been cool though. They made a double Hedron Archive. It's a 4 mana artifact, tap for 2 mana. 2 mana tap and sacrifice it to draw 2 cards. Yep, it's great mana ramp, and if you don't need it later on in the game, you can sacrifice it and draw 2 cards. Very good, very effective, and it's Really a great card for your commander deck. If you have it, then you add it. It's really great. So yeah, Hedron Archive, it's finally back. Haven't had my hands on one, but hopefully now I will. Yeah, coming out soon. I mean, well, coming back soon. I mean, the last time it was there was in the last time it was printed. The first time it was printed and yeah, the last time it was printed was in Battle for Zendikar, and I didn't get it. It was an uncommon though. Yeah, I just really joined into the game like right at the end of Battle for Zendikar, and I think I didn't get it. But let's just go into our number 18. And we have Inyaz, the Gale Force. It's a 5 mana 4/4 legendary creature, Djinn, with flying. 2 and blue-white hybrid mana. Your choice. It's 2 and blue-white hybrid. Attacking creatures with flying get +1/+1 on turn of turn, which means it can just grow your attackers, kind of like a favorable winds and stuff. And whenever 3 or more creatures you control with flying attack, each player just literally passes on a non-land permanent of your choice to the player on the left. Well, more accurately, each player gains control of a non-land permanent of your choice controlled by the player to the right. But yeah, it's like everyone you choose something from everyone and it'll pass it to the left. That's kind of like the whole thing, but like it's quite cool. The thing is that you have to do it when 3 or more creatures you control flying attack. If this didn't have that white hybrid cost there, I would play this in the Locust God because it's very easy to attack with 3 flying creatures in there. You just get 3 insects and go ahead. You just attack and there you go. You get to force players to pass on their stuff. You also have to pass on something yourself. But yeah, probably you get to pass off your worst card, pick off the player on your right's best card, and for everyone else just do differently. I don't know. They might do some you might do some pacts with them. I'm not really sure exactly. Who knows what might happen? So yeah, let's just go into our number 17. And we have Linvala, Keeper of the... Oh! Wait, what? Oh, wait. Wait, what? Well, yeah. I mean, not necessarily pass on creatures. You can pass off some token, some food to the player on your left, and then you get to steal their best enchantment or thing from the player on your right with this. But yeah, let's just... Or yeah. It's cool, yeah. 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 There's Linvala, which is a 4 mana 3/4 legendary angel with flying. Activated abilities of creatures your opponents control can't be activated. Yes! This blocks mana abilities! Remember that! For some reason. Why does it block mana abilities? Most of these cards that cause that usually say excluding mana abilities. I think that's with the newer cards. They usually do that, but with the older cards, they tend to avoid that, I think. I'm not sure. It's like... But, well, yeah. I mean, well, not necessarily. one of the newer cards, Karn the Great Creator and Collector Oof actually forbids mana abilities, so yeah. It's probably not related to the old card, new card thing. I think it's intentional by Wizards sometimes. So yeah. And yeah, it's really great because some of the opponents, like, if you can just block all the creature mana ramp thing with all the Llanowar elves, Llanowar tribes and stuff, it's Korma spell. Oh, what's that? Korma spell. Never heard of that card. Korma spell. Is that a new card? Or is that really old? I don't even know what it is. Oh! This is actually old. Never actually heard of it. Wow. Oh, wow. This is actually really cool. Never actually heard of it. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's from Tempest, yeah. And the one, and yeah. And so it's with all the swamps. But yeah. And yeah, it's good because it counts only the opponent's creatures and not your own, because, well, yeah, otherwise you'd block yourself out. And you don't want to block yourself out. It's kind of like Karn Lattice, the Linvala Cormus Urborg. But when you say Urborg, you're probably referring to the Tomb of Yawgmoth, because Urborg on its own, literally, without the Tomb of Yawgmoth part, it's really just a really great legendary land that can tap for black, or tap to remove First Strike and Swamp Walk from a creature. I don't know. Yes! Oh, wait. What? I didn't even notice. This is so great. You can actually play in a mono white Safara deck. Thanks, Ricardo. Thanks. That never actually thought of that. But yeah, this is great. So yeah, this is really cool. It's finally coming back. Didn't get it, but now hopefully I do get it. It's really great. The ability also has flying as well, so you can just attack the opponent's while the opponent's creatures are deactivated with their abilities. So yeah. Combo of the day. Wait, I should actually add down on my podcasts. I should actually add a combo of the day on all of the non-combo podcasts. Yeah. Thanks, Ricardo. That's actually a great podcast feature. Let's just go into our number 16. Let's see what's there, and yeah. And there you go. This is Scholar of the Lost Trove. This is literally a newer version. It's like Torrential Gearhulk V2. It's like a probably better, worse, I don't know, version of a Torrential Gearhulk. I know it's similar. It's a 7 mana 5/5 Sphinx with flying. Whenever Scholar of the Lost Trove enters battlefield, you can flashback an instant sorcery or artifact from your graveyard for free. And instant sorceries, and then instant sorceries cast this way would just get exiled if they get sent to the graveyard this turn. Yeah. If they get sent to graveyard this turn and exile it, which means stuff that can return to the library won't get exiled because, well, yeah, they don't go to graveyard. It's like a Uber flashback. There's like flashback and Uber flashback. And there's Torrential Gearhulk, which is a similar card to it. 6 mana, 5/6, construct with flash. When enters battlefield, you may cast target instant card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that card will be put into your graveyard this turn, exile instead. Now, what I'm thinking is like, oh yes, yeah. How do you know I was going to say that? Scholar of the Lost Trove. If you have an instant and Torrential Gearhulk in there, that would be great. So like, Scholar of the Lost Trove, flashback Torrential Gearhulk. Torrential Gearhulk flashes back an instant. There you go. Now that's great. That's profit. Stop. There we go. Yeah, that's really great. This is actually really great. You can flash it back. And yeah, Scholar of the Lost Trove, unlike Torrential Gearhulk, it's not part of a cycle. Though it would have been cool. Like, make like a green Sphinx that can distribute +1/+1 counters on artifacts, creatures, and lands, for example. Or do stuff like a white Sphinx, in which it can do a special like cataclysm effect that also hits the hand in the graveyard. Where, like, for example, each player reveals their hands, then they have to pick a creature, artifact, enchantment, land, creature, artifact, enchantment, and planeswalker from their creature, enchantment, artifact, planeswalker, instant, sorcery from their hands, graveyards, and battlefields, one of each. Then just then cards in the battlefield not chosen this way, and cards in hand not chosen this way will be discarded. And in the cards in the graveyard not chosen this way, you get exiled. That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, flashback exception. Yeah, that's cool. Also, there could be like a red Sphinx where like you can actually like you can do like a torrential, like the combustion Gearhulk effect, but for everyone. Though it wouldn't be that great. It would be worse than combustion Gearhulk. I'm not sure. They could also make like a black Sphinx where like it can just kill off an artifact, creature, or enchantment, and you'd gain life off the cost. Yeah, that would be great. Yes. But sadly enough, there's only one Scholar of the Lost Trove and not part of a cycle, which would have been great. I don't know, let's just go into our number 15. And we have Buried Ruin. It's finally back. It is a land that you can tap it for colorless or 2 mana. Tap it and sacrifice it to bring back one of your artifacts from graveyard to hand. It is a commander staple in all decks, and some and few competitive formats or stuff like that. Like there's or few decks in competitive formats run this card. I think the Buried Ruin. I think it was played in the. It was also played in the. What's it called? Oh yeah, Affinity deck. I think. Was it played in Affinity? Think so. I think I saw it in an Affinity deck. So yeah. Also, it's worse than the Academy ruins because this is only once and not a renewable object. Yeah. It's just, well, it can be better or like renewable if you just use the Raminap excavator or the Crucible of Worlds. Yeah. Oh yeah, Gitrog monster. This is great. Yeah. I was thinking any commander artifacts deck, but yeah. Gitrog monster is also great. Because like you can sacrifice it as well as getting an artifact back. You draw cards, so you get 2 cards for 2 mana, losing a land. Yeah, why not? This is what we're here for. It's fun. Commander fun. Really great. And Buried Ruin is coming back, which is really cool actually. I only had one of those, I think, or none of these. Yeah. Buried Ruin is just really great of a card. So yeah, that's why I rank this as number 15 coolest in the set. Number 14, here we go. And there's our simple number 14, which is Kira, Great Glass Spinner. It's finally back. Can you believe it? It's actually back in the Jumpstart set. Really, really great. Really great for Spirits Modern, I think it was. Why not use it in Commander? It's great. It's like 3 mana 2/2 legendary spirit with flying. Creatures you control, whenever this spell becomes the target of a spell ability for the first time each turn, counter it. So yeah, it can just protect all your creatures. So players will need multiple removals to kill them, and they'll have to waste 2 removals to actually first deal with Kira, so then they can later on just kill the other creatures more effectively. So yeah, tempo decks. That's really great as well. It's still a really great card. So if you're playing a tempo deck, you'll need Kira. It's really, really great. Very, very, very unique card. And yeah, there's some cards that apply this ability to itself, but Kira just gives it to everyone and has flying on its own. So that's even better. Yeah. I mean, which one is actually Kira? Is that the one at the front? Because probably that bubble is what's providing it's what providing the protection for all the creatures, I think. I don't know, it's still great. It's still a really great card. And this is why I put in the simple number 14. There we go. Let's just go into our number 13. And it is and we have the Blessed Sanctuary. It is a 5-mana enchantment. Prevent all non-combat damage that will be dealt to you and creatures you control. So yeah, this just shuts down all the bolts and stuff. I mean, if it's too expensive for Legacy. It's quite great for Commander though. If you're into just doing damage board wipes in a red-white deck, just use it in a. You can use it in Firesong and Sunspeaker, so then you can just do all the damage board wipes. Your stuff are safe, and you can still gain off the life without Firesong dying. Yeah. And whatever non-token creature enters battlefield under your control, you just create a 2/2 unicorn. Why is this? Is this part significant? I'm not really sure. The significant part is the top one. So yeah, doesn't prevent damage to planeswalkers, which is upsetting because I'd actually expect Blessed Sanctuary to protect planeswalkers. I mean, it's a new card, so wait, it's number 1 in the set. It's a new card, so why not hit planeswalkers? Oh yeah, there's no planeswalkers in the set, but still, they'd actually mention planeswalkers in there. Even if there was no planeswalkers in the set, there can even if there is no planeswalkers in the set, they could still mention planeswalkers in there. What forbids them from doing it? It's like, for example, you're putting stuff in the standard set, or just like sets meant for 1v1 and stuff like that, and you include cards. They include new cards that say each opponent. So did Wizards just mess up? I'm not sure. I mean, Wizards of the Coast messed up a bunch of times before, so yeah. Messing up is really their thing, I think. I'm not, well, not really exactly, but yeah. I think it would be much better if they included a Planeswalker line. Yeah. but still really great of a card, really cool. And how it includes all the unicorns huddled together is just really cool. Let's just go into our number 12. Hey, Ristic Study is back, which is really great because, yeah, I had one copy of those. I mean, like, and it was originally a common. Now it's a rare. It's a 3-mana enchantment. Whenever an opponent draws, casts a spell, you may draw a card on that, unless that player pays 1. This is really. Do you pay the 1? Great for Commander because do you pay the 1? It can just draw you a bunch of cards with the opponent's. Do you pay the 1? Just casting spells aimlessly and not paying the 1 because, yeah, you just draw a bunch of cards. This is a better version of the Mystic Remora because, well, yeah, it sticks around forever. No worrying about cumulative upkeep. Additionally, it can, I mean, well, it costs 2 more mana, but it can hit every spell, including the creature spells. Well, yes, the tax is only 1 instead of being 4, but yeah, and yeah, it's still Ristic Study is still much better than the Mystic Remora. It's just really cool. I bought one for my commander deck, and I mean, it was 2 years ago. It probably wasn't necessary to just wait because for it to get a reprint because it would have taken 2 years for it to come back, and even then I wasn't even sure if I was going to get Ristic Study in there. Still, it's really great of a card, and it has won me many games with the Locust God commander deck. It's so great. Yeah, it's a must-have for all commander decks, especially those draw decks like Locust God. Niv miss it, and yeah, this is why it's really great. Let's just go into our number 11, and it is we have Chromatic Sphere there. It's back. It's a 1-mana artifact. With 1 mana tap, sacrifice it, add 1 mana of any card, draw a card. It would have been better if they reprinted Chromatic Star, because for Chromatic Sphere, you have to sacrifice it to draw the card, and not have to worry about it just not just worry about it having to die. I mean, well, yeah, there's also Terrarion, but it's not actually cool. It is really good, but not really a cool card. Chromatic Sphere, on the other hand, is a cool card because it's significantly better, and yeah, it's really great. I mean, it's really great for those Tron decks. Well, not the Eldrazi Tron decks, the green Tron decks, the Tron decks that have green in it, because, well, yeah, you might sometimes need the green for those Sylvan Scryings, Ancient Stirrings. Yeah, it's really effective. Like, I mean, is that a Vidalkin? Because it looks like an elf, I think. I don't know. It's a Vidalkin that looks like an elf. So yeah, it's still cool. You can also do some card filtering, because you just effectively with that card you can just reduce the number of cards in your deck from 60 to 56. So yeah, it's just great. Why not try out the Chromatic Sphere? It's really great if you're a Tron player. Well, the green Tron player, not the Eldrazi Tron player. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Chromatic Sphere. It's wait, that's the human wizard from Mirrodin. Wait, then why is it shaped like a Vidalcan and have ears like an elf? If that's a human, wow, that's a weird design for the art. Wow. Still, we're just going to our number 10, which is we have the Dreamstone Hedron. Oh, yes, he's wearing the Serum Visions. Yeah, now I notice. Yeah. There is a Dreamstone Hedron, which is a 6-mana artifact. Tap for 3 mana. 3 mana tap, sacrifice it, draw 3 cards. So, yes, this is effectively the upgraded version of the Hedron Archive. So, yeah, Mindstone upgrades into Hedron Archive and then upgrades into Dreamstone Hedron. Why not have an upgraded version of Dreamstone Hedron in this set? It's logic sense. Oh yeah, that's why he looks like that. And that of course it's just an Eldrazi, just with a rune, probably a Dreamstone Hedron, yeah. And there you go. It's a really good card for your commander deck. You should always try running it. Just why not? This is really effective. So yeah, we have our number 10 card, the Dreamstone Hedron. And now let's just go into our simple number 9. And we have Phyrexian Swamp. It's cool. Why not? I mean, if I knew Phyrexian, I'd actually write card number 9 in Phyrexian because I don't know what card is in Phyrexian. So yeah, this is a swamp, and yeah, now there's a Phyrexian Obliterator in the art of this swamp. Can you find it? Phyrexian Obliterator, by the way, it's a 4-mana 5/5 horror with trample. Whenever source deals damage to Phyrexian Obliterator, that source's controller sacrifices that many permanents. So yeah, Phyrexian is a theme, and they have a really cool Phyrexian swamp in there. So yeah, that's the second ever Phyrexian card in the game, with the first ever being Elishnorn. Well, I'm quite curious to know if it will have the special Phyrexian back or of the card or not, because I heard the Phyrexian Shieldred, and not Shieldred, Elishnorn, not the first one was Elishnorn, not Shieldred. Yeah, I always get those two confused. But Elishnorn, some people said that it had like a Phyrexian back of the card that was like different than the actual cards. So I'm wondering how true is that? And then if that's true, then if the swamp will have the special back. Think. Oh yeah, we might actually go back to Phyrexia, I'm not sure. We know we're getting Zendikar Rising, then we're going into Phyrexia. I mean, well, if we go into Phyrexia, then there can be all of the cool Predator or Alien crossover. I'm not sure. Like, Ikoria had a Godzilla crossover, so we can actually expect different crossovers in the next expansions. Not in core sets, but yeah. It's very cool. So, yeah, this is our number 9. A Phyrexian Swamp. Probably this has to be some kind of font. I mean, Times New Phyrexian, that would be cool. I mean, if that's not a font, then how do you learn Phyrexian? That would be cool if we could somehow find out a Phyrexian alphabet and then just switch it into English So yeah, I can just, so that will be just really cool. Let's just go into our golden number 8. And we have not 1, not 2, but 5 cards sharing the number 8 spot, which is the Thriving cycle. So yeah, the Thriving cards are Thriving card enters battlefield tapped. As Thriving card enters battlefield, choose a color other than card and add card's color or 1 mana of the chosen color. So yeah, this is literally just a template for the set of dual lands. It's like a flexible dual lands which can be played in a 3-color deck. They're not great in 2-color decks because you can just use shock lands, life gain lands, or scry lands instead. Wow, you can actually, in the 3-color decks, you can actually just choose what you need. It's really great. So yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's there. If you're playing, I mean, you can play in your Tatyova deck, but it's a 2-color deck, so you'd better off with stuff like Thornwood Falls, Breeding Pool. Well, Breeding Pool in Commander, not so sure that's a good idea. Or you can even go beyond the Breeding Pool and just even use Tropical Island if you have it. Or you can just use stuff like Temple of Mystery. You could also use some fast lands, I guess. I'm not sure. Yeah. Still quite great. Oh, you can when you scape shift. Oh yeah. So yeah, like if you already have the dual lands, then you can add more dual lands. There's no problem. Yeah. Feel free. Like you can run the Thriving Owl and the green version of the Thriving Owl. So yeah, this is great. This is why it's a really good card. And we have the new cool cycle. Let's just go into our number 7, simple number 7. And we have Hell Rider. 4 mana, 3/3, devil with haste. Whenever a creature control attacks, Hell Rider deals 1 damage to the player planeswalker it's attacking. So yeah, you can just... I don't have a tropical island. This is way too expensive. It's like, who can even buy a tropical island? I mean, it's really beyond your... It's really beyond your savings, so it's not really worth buying. Probably stick to something like a bit less powerful, like stuff like Shocklands. Well, Shocklands, I mean, they can be quite expensive sometimes. Not as much expensive as Alpha Lands, but yeah, you can just use Shocklands. Scrylands, I guess, yes. Life gain lands, command towers, and stuff, yes. They're great. It's really... Now, Hell Rider's a really good card. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, the more different names lands. Yeah, that would be... Yeah, that's great. And yeah, it's really great. You just... I can finally get it and then I put in my Locust God commander deck. Now I can just deal more damage with the attacking creatures. Deal initial damage straight up regardless. This like turns everything into like some kind of like It's like a Cavalcade of Calamity, but better. Yeah. There we go. We have Hellrider reprint. So yeah, this is really great. Let's just go into our number 6. And we have Gauta, Primal Hunger. 10 and 2 greens, so 12 mana, 12/12, legendary elder dinosaur. But costs X left to cast, where X is the total power of creatures you control, and has trample. Not only that, the minimum cost can be 2 mana with this thing. So yeah. And yeah, it's also referring to Gauta on the other card that's coming out soon. Primal Might. It's X and green sorcery, target creature you control gets +X until end of turn. Then it just fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. It's really just a copy. The Primal Might is really just a copy of the Gauta art. They're not even made by the same artist. Come on, like Primal Might was made by artist was illustrated by Randy Vargas when Gauta was illustrated by Chase Stone. Wow. How does it take one artist to make a really cool art and then another artist, and not the same one, to actually slightly alter it? Why? Why are you doing this, Wizards? Oh yes. Yeah. This is great in Locust God. Yeah, you can just copy it. Then you can also play in turn 3, which is great. I mean, well, if you can, I heard some people manage to like do on turn 2. Like, what you need to do is like, turn 1 play land, Simian, Torpor Orb, then just play Phyrexian Juggernaut. Turn 2, play another forest, and you get Gauta down. So yeah, you just have 2 12/12s with trample on turn 2. I mean, you're better off with 3 Phyrexian Dreadnoughts instead. Yeah. It's great. It's still a really good card. So yeah, let's just go into our number 5. And we have Young Pyromancer. 2 mana, 2/1 human shaman with whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 elemental. And yeah, it's finally back. Again, yes. Well, it keeps on coming back for some reason. So yeah. It was even, I think it was in the Chandra spellbook. I think. The Young Pyromancer. Was it? In the Chandra spellbook. So yeah. And it's just really great. You just play in all the Delver decks and all the modern and legacy decks, Pyromancers and stuff. So you can just create so many elementals and stuff. It's really, really great. Yeah, it can be abbreviated as Young PC, yeah. There's also, I mean, they could reprint it Seasoned PC, which is just similar to the Young PC. So yeah, it's just great. So yeah, so why not? It's really great. Just play in your modern decks or your legacy decks. Not really great for Commander though, but yeah, just try in those formats and you'll see you'll win some games. Unless if you constantly face burn decks and get bolted to the head all the times. Oh, speaking of burn decks, we're now about to receive a 6/6 with trample that can just do some collateral damage and stuff. very easily, which is great. You can just, this is just a really good card. So yeah, why not? It's just OP as an uncommon. I think they should have changed it to rare. Honestly, I think they can just perfectly change it to rare due to its power. Whoa, what was that? Never mind. Yeah. Let's just go into our number 4. And we have Selvala, Heart of the Wilds, 3 mana, 2/3, legendary elf scout. Whenever the creature enters the battlefield, its controller may draw a card if its power is greater than each other creature's power. Green, tap, add Edge mana in any combination of colors where Edge is the greatest power among creatures you control. So yeah, if you're playing really big stuff in Commander, then this can be a great addition to the deck. Not really great as a commander itself, but yeah. You can also make, if you're playing, if you're also playing it in blue or stuff like that, you can just use it with Freed from the Real, because you can add infinite mana potentially if you have enough power and stuff. All you need is just free power, Freed from the Real, Selvala, and you just infinite mana. Very great. Finally back. It was from Conspiracy. I'm not sure if I have it. I think I didn't get it. Yes. Really great. Now that is just really cool. Yeah. That I play usually the Selvala Explorer Returned in the Rihanna deck. So yeah, I'm not playing Heart of the Wilds. But yeah, at least it's Heart of the Wilds that's returning and not Explorer Returned, because I already have the Explorer Returned, so I will need to get the Heart of the Wilds. I mean, it's not multicolored, so it's not going to fit in the Rihanna deck. Doesn't even interact with multicolored creatures. Let's just head on to our golden number 3. Yeah, remember to do Aviant already. But yeah, we have Tiny Bones, Trinket Thief. 2 mana, 1/2, legendary creature, skeleton rogue. At the beginning of each end step, if an opponent discard a card this turn, you draw a card and you lose life. 6 mana, each opponent with no cards in hand loses 10 life. Wow. And even in the thesaurus of the of Mythic Spoiler, it even suggests you to run it in the Haunt Hightower deck. It shows it there in the thesaurus of the Tiny Bones. So it's literally a sign that you should play this card in that deck. It's really great. So yeah, in case you haven't noticed, Haunt Hightower is a 6 mana 3/3 vampire, a legendary creature, flying lifelink. Whenever it attacks, the flying player discards card. Whenever a card is put into an opponent's graveyard for anywhere, put +1 on counter in the Haunt Hightower. Yes. Yes, of course. With the Selvala, you always play the biggest creatures in your commander pods. But yeah, Tiny Bones is just really cool. It doesn't have any discard effect on its own, so just use it with Haunt Hightower and other stuff that can make opponents discard cards. Because if an opponent discarded at least 1 card, only 1! Wow, that's cool, and it applies to each end step. You get to draw 1, lose 1. And then if you can manage to make players run out of cards in their hand, you can just hit lots of damage on them. I mean, well, I mean the Haunt Hightower decks, sometimes I sometimes use cards that allow the opponents to draw cards, just so then I can make them discard more cards if necessary. So yeah, that last ability might be quite risky. It might be quite harder you're playing the Haunt Fire Tower deck, because you need to make opponents discard cards. But then you also need to make opponents have cards in hand, so then they can discard cards, which is great. Let's just go into our number 2. Oh no, my computer will die. Ah. And we have it! Sheoldred, Whispering One, 7 mana 6/6 Praetor with Swamp Walk. At the beginning of your upkeep, bring back a creature from your graveyard to battlefield. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, they sacrifice a creature. It is really great for your commander decks. All your graveyard decks should run this. And it's part of the Praetor cycle, one of the 5 only Praetors in the game. And yeah, it can be used with Elish Norn. It's just like it follows the same pattern as Elish Norn, the Urabask, and yeah, Urabask and Elish Norn. It follows the same pattern, but the thing is that it not exactly for Vorinclex and Jin-Gitatis. It tries to follow the same pattern, but it's not really the same thing. Sheoldred is just really great. You should run it. Oh, you should always run it. I mean, well, in the Phyrexian theme, this is the only like Phyrexian card. This is like the only Praetor in there. There should be all the 5 Praetors in there. So yeah, let's just go straight into our number 1. And we have Craterhoof Behemoth, the commander's significant card. 8 mana, 5/5 beast with haste. Once the battlefield, creatures you control gain trample and get +7/+7 on turn of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. So yeah, all your green commander decks must run this. So then you just accumulate a bunch of creatures, get the Craterhoof down, boom! Smash everyone! It's really effective. It's like a 1-turn, this is like a 1-turn coat of arms, but only on your side, ignoring all the creature types. So yeah, this is just great. I mean, if this was blue, or Locust got allowed green, this would have been great in there, because all the insects accumulate, Craterhoof, then just get lots of really big insects. But yeah, you can't do that. Yes, of course, yeah. This is really great. Craterhoof Behemoth, it's finally back, so now I can finally get it more easily. So yeah, hopefully I can get in those boosters. So yeah, hopefully if I can get my hands on those boosters, I'll make unboxing videos. So yeah, congratulations, you've reached the end of the podcast. So why don't you like and subscribe if you haven't already, follow if you haven't already, share with friends, stay tuned to our next videos and streams, podcasts will be live every Tuesday, so stay tuned to them, watch my videos too. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and